Hey, this is one of those stories where I don't understand how people do it. I have no clue how people do it. Shout out to my man John Snow 6741. He had commented on my video about the Colorado couple that had 200 decomposed bodies, and I don't believe I found out where they actually held them. It was in a building, right? But he commented. I made a video about that, and he commented and told me essentially they had one of these. We had one of these in the UK. So he's referring to something like I believe it's this. I believe it's this because uh I looked to see if it was like some couple, holding a bunch of corpse and whatnot. And this is the story I came across. So if it's not that one, hope Jon Snow, hope you see this and let me know. But if it is, regardless, we need to talk about this, right? We need to listen. We need to have a conversation because I don't understand how people do this, right? I have no clue how people do this. Vanilla cream brulee is the candle for this evening. I don't understand how people do this, right? It's not in me, right? It's just not in me. So we got a couple that have found 80 human skeletons, right? While they're transforming this church. And they're not remaking the church, right? They're not like remaking the church, right? It's they're taking this 900-year church, right? And they're making it their dream home. So this couple right here out of Wales, it's this I guess they say it's called this some medieval church. They're turning it into their home. Now, I hate to bring this up, right? I hate to bring this up, but the only way I can understand this is if I need somebody a particular group of people, if you will. I need a particular group of people to explain to me, because I don't see anyone else do like. Somebody got it. Listen, particular group of people, I need you to explain this to me. Why the hell do y'all? Okay, listen. All right, check it. All right, okay. I'll make an agreement, right? I've been black all my life, right? I've been black all my life. I don't know why we don't take care of the smoke detector. Okay, I have no clue, right? I have no clue. So if I can get somebody white to explain why, when I see stuff like this, it's just like, or is everybody gonna lie to me? You know what it is when I ask people, ask friends and stuff like, I ask friends questions like this, right? And I go, yo, you white? What are y'all doing? Why? I always get this answer, yo, I'm white, but I'm not that white. Everybody tells me this, right? Everybody tells me this. Co-workers, friends, like, no, explain to me, because this is the only group of people I see that does stuff like this, right? I have no clue. So if I can be honest with you and say, yo, I understand that black people, we will let the smoke detector beep, beep, and beep, and beep some more, right? And my honest answer is, I just don't know, right? I just don't know. So I'm gonna need one of my white friends in the comment section to explain the fascination that white people y'all get with stuff like this. Like we don't mess, like this is stuff like this we don't mess with, right? We don't mess with 80 skeletons and I'm gonna change this place into my dream home. It's not happening, right? Usually people, when they get older in age, they kind of downsize their house, right? You 4 or 5 bed, whatever you have, you probably get a condo, townhouse, right? Or you just sell it, get an apartment, or you actually get the house, something on the beach or whatever, what have you. No, these two people said, yo, we're gonna take this 900-year-old church and we're gonna do a dream home. We found a bunch of skeletons, but this is still gonna be our dream home. Can't be me, man. Can't be me. Listen, I'm willing to lay it down on the line, go into harm's way, right, for the good of US of A and all her uh and all the people here and those that can't protect themselves and the freedoms and the rights we have and the Constitution. I'm willing to strap it on and do what I need to do to preserve that and protect the people and those that can't, right? Get myself into harm's way. Absolutely. Right? Absolutely. Do something like this? No. We just don't mess around with stuff like that, man. Black people are spiritual people. We don't do stuff like that. We're gonna get into this. But I live alone, right? And all my doors, all my windows are secured. They're heavenly secured, right? Right? They're heavenly secured and monitored. And if I lay in the bed and while I'm laying in the bed, like I have like the sheet on me, and if my feet is just like out like this, out of the blanket, out of the sheet, I feel like somebody is gonna snatch me by my feet and bludgeon me to death. And my home is heavenly secured and monitored. Heavenly secured. So to do something like this, I don't understand how can in the middle of the night they can just like it's all good. I have no clue. Right? It's two couple. Lucy and what is that? Reese Thomas, the 900-year-old medieval church they renovated into a home in Wales. Yeah, I don't really know much about Wales either. Yeah, I don't know much about Wales. Um, I don't. Yeah, I don't really know much of all about Wales. The only thing I know about, like, one of my favorite bands is from Wales. Other than that, I don't know anything about. I know the flag. I know what the flag looks like for some reason. It has four capitals. Oh, Cardiff. Oh, I've heard of that. Huh. I don't really know anything about Wales. Okay, so let's okay, need to know. Lucy and Maurice Thomas discovered more than 80 human skeletons buried within the floors of the 900-year-old church they renovated into a home in Peterstone, Wentloog, Wales. We decided to leave them in their final resting place and continue to build around them. Yo, so we gotta keep an eye out on this family, man. We gotta keep an eye out, man. I don't know who is in charge of stuff where you're supposed to keep an eye out on people over there in Wales. Yo, y'all boys and girls need to keep an eye out on them. The simple fact that it's like, yo, um, we're not gonna remove them, nor are we not going to continue on. We're just gonna build around them and continue to live on this land, this old church. Can't be me, man. Can't be me. The converted home was formerly a medieval church. Some people have a figurative skeleton in their closet. For one UK couple, they have many literal skeletons under their newly renovated home. While transforming a 900-year-old medieval church into their dream home, Lucy and Reese Thomas found more than 80 human remains buried within the floors of the church. And Peterson Whitlug, am I saying that right? Whitlug or Whit? Yeah, I think I'm saying that right. Apologize if I'm not. Wales, the mom of 5, told British newspaper Metro of the shocking discovery. Dog, there's no way, man. There's no way. Yo, the middle of the night when your house is quiet, like, listen, man. Listen, I don't have any. I mean, listen, if you want to say like, yo, I'm a scary cat, or well, so whatever you want to listen, whatever you want, I'm a girl, whatever you want to say, right? Like, I have, I've jumped out of a plane a few times, right? I've skydived a few times in my life. Jumping out of a perfectly good airplane at 152, 170, and this, not happening, y'all. It is not happening. Not happening, y'all. An archaeologist said we would only find about 5 or 6 bodies when they started digging. It became apparent there was a lot more than we first envisioned, said Lucy, 53, adding that she learned that influential religious or rich people were often buried under churches in the past. Yo, this can't be like the cheapest. Like, I mean, like, come on, man. I know y'all got like nice water, like, you know, homes by the water, things like that. If she wants to be in like the capital and right, or you want to be out in the middle of nowhere and get a little farmland, like how out of all of those three, you're like, yo, this is what we're doing. I just, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. She continued to Metro. The first few were unforgettable. Oh, the first few were uncomfortable, but we gradually warmed to the process. People were buried together, husbands and wives, parents with children, so we decided to leave them in their final resting places and continue to build around them. Yeah, but you still built a home over it. Like, I don't know, man. And so what I was thinking about this. So I know here in the States, there's so how does the heating work there? Like that's what I was just thinking. Like, so with the U.S., especially like with gas lines, I think they were like cast iron back early 1900s, if not 1800s. In some cities, you had cast iron, and I believe it went to polyethylene gas and things like that. So I'm nobody knew about this, right? Like nobody knew about like, yo, what was underground that I mean, probably the skeletons probably just inside, so nobody in terms of utilities would know that. But it's just something randomly that popped up in my head. Uh the grade 1 listed St. Peter's Church, founded in 1142, took the couple 4 years to convert into a home, according to the outlet, while keeping many original features such as the church. Okay, so they didn't completely knock it down. According to the outlet, while keeping many original features such as the church walls, towers, and bells. They also took engravings on the stone floor and used it for a patio. Metro noted that modern updates to the home included underfloor heating to cover the bodies, a bar. Yo, they got a bar area and a hot tub over these skeletons under the floor. Listen, I'm pretty sure these are nice people. They're lovely people, right? Whatever taxes you guys got over it, I'm sure they pay. I'm sure this is a great couple. I'm really, I can see it from the pictures. So I'm not doing it. It ain't happening. They said it was a bit of a challenging job. We just learned as we went along. Reese 45 told the outlet we spent lots of time Googling. Yeah, man, that's it. That ain't happening, man. That ain't happening. So I'm guessing there was like no, essentially it seems like there was no crime. So like, okay, so I'm thinking, so were they in boxes or like caskets or not? Or they just was buried? Like if you have a 80 people that was just buried under a church. Yeah, that seems like there's a little more that happened, right? If it's just a bunch of skeletons under in the ground and there's no casket or anything like that, and that doesn't seem like these, I don't want to say these people were meant to be buried there, but something a little more happened. It doesn't say if there was caskets or not, but I'm just thinking like if it weren't, right? Yeah, because I'm thinking like, yeah, it's no crime happened here. It was just a bunch of people that was probably people of the church, and when it was their time, they went. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem like there's anything crazy that happened here, but yeah, that's, listen, man. Would you do something like this? Would you stay a night? You spending the night with these people, right? You spending the night? Cause I'm not, right? It's not happening. I'm not going for a drink. I mean, they got the bar, right? They said they got the bar, they got the hot tub, they making daiquiris, right? Yeah, they got a bar area, they making daiquiris in the hot tub, they chilling. But you won't catch me over there. You will not catch me over there. Let me know your thoughts, man. Would you go over there and spend the night with these people? Would this be something that you would do if you had the chance? Just let me know. I already told you what I'm about, man. It ain't happening. It's not happening. Guys, I get with you in the next one.